वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुन्मितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्वमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं। ग्रन्थराज श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता की जय। Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining on a Monday evening. I must have done something good so that I am getting the association of you all devotees. But Monday evening, I was thinking it will be impossible to do, but Krishna's mercy, we utilize the time. So once it switches off, then I will reconnect. Hare Krishna. So we'll do the recap and then everybody can join in the recitation, etc. Recap I'll quickly do. Okay, so chapter 1, if you recall, or if you would like to, okay, maybe I will do it so that it will go fast and then we can spend time on chapter 7, maybe 6 and 7. So chapter 1, observing the armies on battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Arjuna asked basically, Krishna, take the chariot in the middle of the two armies, let me see whom I'm going to fight. And when he saw that, he started trembling. He said no good will come by killing the relatives. And he sat down, he said, I'm not going to fight. In fact, he says in chapter 2, it's better to beg, but I will not fight. And he sat down. And I'm sure Dhritarashtra must have felt very happy. Okay, this fellow is going to go for begging. But he doesn't know who is there along with him. So Krishna said, why are you worried about killing and all that? There was no time when you were not there. There is no time that in future you will not be there. They were there, in future they will be there, in past they were there. Body just changes from small baby to a boy, to adult, to old age, and then passes on to the new body. Death is nothing but changing like clothes. And then he tells important information about the soul, the true knowledge that we are different from the body. We are soul and there is no birth, death of the soul. Fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it. He gives this all the information. And then he says, look, you are saying you will not fight, but you have the right to perform your duty. But what is the fruit? That is not in your control. You just do your duty and you do it as an offering to me. Chapter 3, then it elaborates again on Karma Yoga. Very important information Krishna tells. Not doing work is also a bad karma. Na karmanam anarambhat naishkaramyam purushashnute. And then he actually, in a way, he praises those who accept that they have the desire to sense gratify. They don't pretend, but they work in Krishna consciousness in such a way which is allowed in the Varnashram system, so that sense control automatically happens in the ashram, but at the same time they dedicate their activities to Krishna. That is much better than rather than pretending outwardly, saying I will not do any sense gratification, but internally I am focused on the bhoga, and that person is called pretender by Krishna. And then he says, just offer all work to me without profit, uttishta, and fight without lethargy. Important piece of information. Arjun asked that why one is impelled to do a sinful activity even when actually speaking we don't want to do it. And Krishna answers that it is the lust. But more important than that, he also answers that where is the lust sitting? And he tells that lust is not only sitting in the mind and senses, lust is sitting even in the buddhi, in the intelligence. And therefore, the material intelligence is of no use to come out of the lust. One needs the real intelligence, tadami buddhi yogam tam, the real intelligence of working in Krishna consciousness. Only then one can come out of the lust. With material intelligence, which is the common intelligence, one cannot come out. Moving on to chapter 4, Krishna tells about the transcendental knowledge, and he tells I am unborn and have my transcendental body. And then he gives a very simple formula to come out of this material world. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma na eti mam eti sorjuna. That my janma and karma are transcendental. One who knows or accepts it in totality also doesn't have to take rebirth in this material world. And then we discussed in length in two sevas, seeing action in inaction and inaction in action. Seeing action in inaction means when somebody is doing any work for Krishna, that is inaction, no material response will come back. That person sees it as an action, that is his work. And in action, if somebody is doing any normal work, sakam work, that he converts it and does it as nishkam karma, as the inaction. And therefore the conclusion is that one has to do in action, that is working for Krishna, for which there is no material heat coming back from the work. Chapter 5, Karma Yoga, and then Krishna tells that forcefully renouncing dukkhaptum ayogataha. If one will forcefully renounce any activity, it will give misery because the senses are not purified. Once the senses are purified, automatically the other activities will go down, just like when Mataji is pregnant. At that point in time, the mother-in-law stops, reduces the daughter-in-law's work. Before pregnancy, the daughter-in-law is working much harder at home. But after pregnancy, the same mother-in-law tells the daughter-in-law, you relax, you work less. Similarly, automatically Krishna arranges all the workload, laborious work in such a way that more and more time is given for devotional work, or in other words, converting even the material work into Krishna's work. He creates that kind of environment for one who is in Krishna consciousness. And then Krishna tells that what is the this one was very good. The Krishna literally tells, if one gives his or her heart to something which has an end. This is the exact translation in the shloka. If one gives his heart or her heart to something which has an end, it will cause misery. So because the soul is not going to die, but the heart has been given to something which is going to die, and therefore the result is misery. And then Krishna tells in chapter 5 the peace formula, that Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarva Lok Maheshwaram Suhridaya Sarva Gyatavam Sashantim Rachati. The one who knows or accepts that Krishna is the ultimate Bhokta and he is the Sarva Lok Maheshwar and he is the most intimate friend, Suhridaya. That person who accepts these three things attains peace, because the headache is gone, because he knows I will do my best, but the world is not my problem. I can do my job. That's all what I have been given as per my Varnashram status. Okay, this was the last time we did summary of chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga. Okay, so Dhyana Yoga, basically Ashtanga Yoga. So Ashtanga Yoga, in this chapter, the yoga ladder has been given. The yoga ladder bottom, before even one has stepped onto the ladder, is on a material platform doing sense gratification activities. Then as one goes up in the ladder, the one final destination of pure devotional service is the topmost ladder of the top. The topmost of the ladder is the Bhakti Yoga, the pure devotional service. In this ladder, we have material platform, then Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Like that the ladder goes up. Dhyan Yoga is a second last element of the Ashtanga Yoga. In Ashtanga Yoga there are eightfold procedures are there. Yama, which is restraint. I will not do this. Niyama, I will follow these vows. I will not eat meat. Asan, what kind of asan? I will sit kusha grass and on that in secluded spot. Then pranayam, the breath control. And the pratyahar, I will withdraw senses wherever they will move around. And dharan, I will concentrate. Concentrate on what Krishna tells is part of the Dhyan Yoga. Concentrate on the Paramatma feature of the Krishna in the heart. That is the Dhyan. And then Samadhi. Samadhi means realizing and seeing Krishna in the heart. So in this, the difficulty is that there are too many steps. Wherever the mind is going, one is forcefully removing it from there and putting it in Krishna. And then Arjun says, Krishna, you are telling to do this. Wherever the mind is going, pull from there and put it on me and stay in a secluded space. But chanchala hi mana Krishna pramathi balvadranam. The mind is so flickering that no matter what I do, it is more difficult than controlling the wind. So it is impossible for me. Then Krishna tells varieties of doing how to do dhyan. One is removing from wherever the mind is going and fix it back on Paramatma, on the Krishna feature. Or another way of doing dhyan is whatever is being seen, seeing Krishna in them because he is sitting as Paramatma in them. This perhaps is relatively easier, but somebody has to remind because I will forget. And chanting and devotional service, another way of doing dhyan, because manatrayate iti. Mantra is manatrayate iti. When it is like you have heard that, right? That there was a genie and he rubbed the lamp and genie came out. And he said, you give me work. If I finish the work and I don't have work, I'll kill you. So whatever work the disciple was giving, the genie was finishing in no time. And now he was afraid that he will kill me. That is how the mind is. If you don't give it something, it will kill. So he went to his guru. Guru said, do one thing. You take a bamboo ladder and tell the genie, go up the ladder, come down. Go up the ladder, come down. When you need him for any work, you ask him to come. Similarly, if mind can be given Krishna's work engagement or chanting, then it can keep on going up and down, but it will not be out of control. So like that, there are varieties of way of fixing back, but all said and done, the mind ultimately can only be controlled by Krishna mercy, because Devi Eshi Gunmai Mammaya Duratya. Yes, Krishna says you practice and you detach from there, put it back in me. Frankly, what the Acharya says that after trying the best, one will come to the conclusion that whatever I do, I am getting defeated. Then at that stage, so practice perhaps is for the purpose to understand that unless one surrenders, mind cannot be controlled. So therefore Krishna says, Devi Eshi Gunmai Mammaya Duratya. If you do devotional service, okay, then you are surrendering to me. If you surrender to me, then Mame Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. Once who surrenders, then Krishna controls the Maya, the three gunas of the Maya, and therefore the mind is immediately pacified. So that is the only way. So we can say that chanting, devotional service, all this will lead to surrender to Krishna, to understand that frankly speaking, we do not have the capability to fight back his Trigunamayi Devi Eshi Gunamayi Mammaya Duratya. Surrender is the easiest way of doing it, rather than better make, because Krishna and his energy are non-separable. The external energy Durga Maya, internal energy Radharani, and they interchange amongst each other. So We are minuscule of Krishna in terms of the size, while the quality may be same. So our power is also minuscule. We can try our best, but trying has to be done to come to the conclusion that after trying we need his mercy to basically come over his maya. That was on the, and then the last shloka, Krishna tells what is the siddhi of Ashtanga Yoga. What is the final siddhi one can achieve by Ashtanga Yoga? And he said, of all yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, madgatena, and renders transcendental loving service, bhajate, to me, he or she is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. So a pure transcendentalist who is achieved pure devotional service is at the top of the yoga ladder, and that is at the top. So 1 to 6, this is the summary. Now we will start today chapter. So we will take turns and we will go through this. Okay. Yes. Who will start, please?
Kamal Prabhu, can you please read?
Yes, Mataji. Bhagavad Gita 7.1. How to know Krishna in full. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Maya Sattamana Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashrayah Asanshayam Samagram Mam Yatha Jnasasi Takshunu.
Translation, Prabhu.
Prabhu translator? Yeah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, now hear, O son of Partha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, Mad Ashraya, with mind attached to me, Asakta Manaha, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Krishna never disappoints. Yeah, so.
Yes, wonderful. O son of Pratha. Okay, so Krishna is saying anybody who wants to know me in full, two things should be done. One, asaktamana, attach your mind to this. Mayyev man adatsva mayim buddhim niveshaya. Attach your mind to me. That is one. And second is mat ashray. Now mat ashray here Prabhupada translates as by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me. Also it means taking full shelter of me. Ashray. Mat ashray. Mera ashray. If these two things, one is dependent on Krishna and his mind is attached to Krishna, then everything is revealed. We would have seen many times, I still remember one of our, when I was in Bangalore, there's a shopkeeper and he was into Krishna consciousness, and once he was visiting some village in Karnataka, and in the night he did not know where to stay. So there was a ISKCON center was there, a small place, so full scale temple was not there, but a center was there. So in the night around 9:30, 10, he knocked the door, and the devotee who was staying inside, he opened. And he said, look, I have not had any prasad also, and I want to stay night, I don't know where to go. And I am in Krishna consciousness. So he said, my dear, you are in pant shirt, I don't know you. How do I know that you are in Krishna consciousness? And suddenly his phone rang. His wife or somebody called from Bangalore. And his caller tune on the phone was Prabhupada's tune. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He said, please come inside, have prasadam and sleep. So, this is how one, Krishna never disappoints. I may think he is disappointing me, but eventually that will be not disappointment but for success. Okay. Yes. Next, please.
Moshe Prabhu? Moshe Prabhu, can you please read?
Yeah. In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the nature of Krishna consciousness is fully described. Krishna is full in all opulences, and how he manifests such opulences is described herein. Also, four kinds of fortunate people who became attached to Krishna, and four kind of unfortunate people who never take to Krishna are described in this chapter. At the end of the sixth chapter, it has been clearly stated that the steady concentration of the mind upon Krishna, or in other words, Krishna consciousness, is the highest form of all yoga. By concentrating one's mind upon Krishna, one is able to know the absolute truth completely, but not otherwise. Concentration of mind upon Krishna, the Supreme, is made possible by prescribed devotional service in 9 different forms, of which Shravanam is the first and the most important. The Lord therefore says to Arjuna,
Tachru.
Shrinu.
He says
Tachru.
Tachru. In the first one, if you see in the second, okay, I missed it. Yagyasi, Gyayasi, Tachru. Tachru meaning pay attention and hear to me and hear me. Pay attention and hear me. That's what he said. So, okay, wonderful. So, chapter 7, it will tell Krishna's opulence. We will see in the future shlokas. It will also tell there are 4 kind of people who are pious people. They get attached to Krishna. But there are other 4 who reject Krishna completely. Interesting thing is Krishna still feeds them, gives them the home, the family, all the benefits, whatever materially possible, he gives them also. So therefore Krishna is never partial. And then again coming back to the last chapter, we said that concentration of mind, but the mind, it will go 100 places, so detach from there and attach. That attachment can be done in any of the 9 forms of bhakti, Navada bhakti. So he said, pay attention and listen. So let's go ahead. Yes, please. Now he's going to tell his opulence.
Pramod Prabhu, can you please read?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I'll read. Bhamirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara itiyam me bhinna prakriti shadha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these 8 constitute may separated material energies.
My.
Yeah. My separated material energies.
Hari bol. So now Krishna is telling about his opulence. See, if I have to tell about my opulence, I will say, I'm staying in this apartment, I've got this bank balance, I'm driving a car. This is my opulence. Now see Krishna's opulence. Bhumi, the entire earth. Apaha, water. Anal, fire. Vayu, air. Kham, sky. Man, mind. Buddhi, intelligence. Eva, certainly cha. Ahankar, false ego. Itiyam me bhinna prakartir ashtada. Itiyam me bhinna prakriti. It is my energy. So Krishna's opulence is earth belongs to him. Water belongs to him. It is his energy. Fire belongs to him. Air belongs to him. Now see the difference in our opulence and his opulence. Come, sky belongs to him. Mind, he generates only. Buddhi, false ego, these are all his energies. So the good part is these energies are the inferior energies, but they are recyclable, convertible energies. They can be converted. Inferior energy can be converted into superior energy if he likes, or superior energy can be converted into an inferior energy if he decides. So these are 8. Very important word in this is my. He's saying these are meri hain, tum mat sochna tumhari hai. This is very interesting. He is very clear. These are my separated energies. So these are the inferior energies. Let us see next. But they are convertible. Yes, please.
Okay, Prabhu. Adareyam ida svanyam prakritim mitti me param Jiva Buddha Maho Baho Yayatam Daryate Jagat. Translation Prabhupada Ki Jai. Beside thee, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of the mind, which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resource of the material, inferior in nature.
Very well. So he said, okay, these 8 are mine, but it doesn't stop there. I have a superior nature. What is that? Apara iyam itaha. So far, apara, the inferior ones he explained. Now he's saying anyam prakritim. I have another one, prakriti. Just try to understand. And that is param, that is future. And what is that? Jiva bhutam. The living entities are my superior energies. And what are the jiva bhutas are doing? They are utilizing and enjoying, trying to enjoy or exploiting the inferior 8 types of energy. So Krishna has 8 that actually he has unlimited, but he is given here 8 what we can see and understand, 8 energies, which are, these are actually the Jada Prakriti, whereas this one is a superior one because this has life in that. Actually speaking, in the Jada also there is life in the final analysis, but for understanding purposes. And therefore he said that all the living entities are my superior energies. Yes, please.
Shailaja Mamaji, can you please read?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. If your family members are along with you, kindly you can tell they can also read.
Translation, Bhagavad Gita 7.6. All created being have their source in these two natures of all that is material and all that is spiritual. In this world, know for certain that I am both the origin and dissolution.
Now he is saying this is my energy, inferior 8 types, and then there is superior one, but all of them, they are born from me only. I am the source, aham sarvasya prabhavo. So everything is emanating from me, and not only that, I only dissolve them. Okay, next one please.
Sarmila Mataji, can you please read?
Yes, Mataji. The translation?
This one first, then the translation comes. Okay. No. Sure. Okay. This one actually.
Yes, Mataji, please
Yes,
go ahead.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, can you please help me with what? Mata Paratara?
Yeah. You can see, Mataji, you want to read or you want us to read the shloka, then you can do translation, no problem.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'll do the translation.
Okay, one devotee can read the...
Okay, Prabhu.
Can I read?
Okay, Mataji, okay, can I? Shailaja
Bhagavad
Mataji.
Gita, Slok 7.7. Matta parataram nyanyitya kinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iv.
Hari bol. Yeah, Sharmila Mataji.
Translation of wealth. There is no of superior. It rests upon me as pearl are strung on a thread.
Okay. Sharmila Mataji, next translation you do. Thank you, Mataji. So, O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. मेरे आगे कोई नहीं है भाई. Everything rests upon me. सब कुछ मेरे पे dependent है. मानो चाहे मत मानो. As pearls are strung on a thread. So there are so many pearls lying beautifully shining. But if the thread is not there, they are all scattered. So Krishna tells, I am that thread. Actually, the pearls are also made of the same material, by the way, but in either the 8 or in the 1. So he said, there is nothing, no truth superior to me. Yes. Sharmila Mataji, I will do the shloka, you do the translation. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi surya pranavah sarva vedeshu shabdah khe paurusham drushu. Yes, Mataji.
O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound, ether, and ability in man.
Haribol, wonderful. So now Krishna is telling his opulence that all this I have created, but not only that, whatever you touch, actually speaking, if we take any example, we have done it in our earlier sevas, if we touch in any example, we will reach finally to Krishna through these 9. Material 8 plus 1 living entity. So I am taste of water, light of sun and the moon. Light of sun, sun gives vitamin D in the morning, we can see. If sun is not there, eyes are of no use. And if moon is not there, no plantations will grow. At once upon a time, scientists were telling there is no water on moon, and Prabhupada said, what nonsense here. The entire scriptures are telling that the moon light nourishes the vegetables. And now they say, yeah, there is water. So better believe on authority rather than mental speculation with some science discoveries. You see, it says discovery, meaning it exists, but it has been found out. In fact, inventions are also discoveries only, because nothing you can do something new, it's already done. Okay, next please.
Kamal Prabhu, can you please read?
Yes. Translation Bhagavad Gita 7.9. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat and fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics.
So basically, if somebody reminds me about this, then I can easily connect with Krishna at any point in time. If I'm smelling something good, oh, this earth. But unfortunately, I forget. So we need devotees to remind us. Yes, please.
Question, Prabhu, can you please read?
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So Bhagavad Gita 7.10. बीजं माम सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धि बुद्धिमतम् अस्मि तेजस तेजस्विनम् अहम्. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all the existence, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all the powerful men.
See, intelligence of the intelligent. I feel I am very intelligent, but where is it coming from? I have no idea. Now he tells, don't be a fool, don't think you are very intelligent. Intelligence is coming from me only. I only give that intelligence. We can see in the board meeting many times it is known to me. I have read it 4 times, but when the question comes, I will forget. Sarvasya cha mriti sannivishto matta smrta jnanam aponam cha. Matta smritir jnanam aponam cha. I give the remembrance and forgetfulness. So he is deciding kitna intelligence kisko dena hai, kisko power kitna dena hai. Like that. Yes.
Prabhu, can you please read?
I think the time is up, is it?
Okay, good. Silence.
Oh, it's going on. Oh, it's off. Okay. Okay, we'll just wait for 1 minute. Okay, I will share now. Okay, yes, please.
Shailaja Mataji, can you please read?
Okay, Manjari. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, Shlok 7.11. Balam balvatam chaham kamarag vivirjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamo asmi bharatshava. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ji. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of the passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principle, O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna.
So, in other words, finally, he is reaching to the conclusion that everything is emanating from me. I only have become everything either personally or in my through my energies. So that is strength also is him. Everything is basically coming from him. Yes, please.
Okay. Translation
Bhagavad Gita 7.12. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, or they, on the contrary, are within me.
Very well.
7.14. Translation: this divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
So this is a declaration in writing by Krishna. He confirms that it is not easy to do this. So if he says not easy, meaning definitely must be not easy. But he is giving the answer. Mame prapadyante. Those who surrender, maya metam tarantite. Just surrender, then owner of the maya, if he surrender, then maya can be controlled. For example, if a cow is there of a farmer and it goes and start grazing in the neighbor farmer's house, that person can drive away the cow, but if the vegetables are very tasty, the cow will still come every day. But if he goes and surrenders, or rather surrender in a material sense, if he goes and tells, look, I am not able to control your cow, can you please stop, this cow belongs to you, and then the farmer can just tie up the cow and the cow will never go to his for grazing. Like that, there's just a crude example, but like that, surrender is the best policy, actually speaking. Yes, please.
Kamal Prabhu, can you please read?
Yes, Mataji. Bhagavad Gita 7.15. Namam dushkritano mudha prapadyante naratama maya pahat jnana asuram bhavamashrita.
Very well.
Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me.
This is the list of the four which Prabhupada mentioned. These people never surrender. First one is Mooda. He is foolish. Second is Nar among the humans, Adham. They are the lowest amongst the mankind. Third one is Maya Aparata. Aparata means stolen. Maya means illusory energy. Their intelligence has been stolen by Maya. That's the third one. They never surrender because they cannot decide what is right and wrong. And Asuri Bhava, those who are Ashrita, those who are taken shelter of demonic nature, what is not supposed to be done, they are atheistics. These four categories never surrender. Grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, those whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and atheistic nature of demons. So this is the four who don't surrender. Okay, we covered this. Now,
Prabhu,
yes,
query.
yes.
Now, okay. I mean, looking at my own past, and there are so many friends also who later on came into Krishna consciousness. But looking at our past and all, it looked completely like we were also falling among these, yeah? So, I mean, even during the preaching part, a lot of saints were saying that we should not attempt to preach such people, yeah? So, how to understand if a person is, I mean, should we approach them with this, or with a kind heart we should anyways do it and leave it to Krishna whether they follow it or not?
So what I have understood from acharyas is there are variety of devotees. First of all, what acharyas have said, preaching should not be done by brain, it should be done by heart. At one place in Bhagavatam or Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it comes that, I think Bhagavad Gita, that do not interrupt a materialistic person in what they are doing, but try to mention to them that if you do it this way, it is better for them. Because we don't know their intensity, they might harm us also. But there are acharyas who are like Prabhupada, he converted, so there are different level of potencies. But for a common person like you and me, first of all, also everybody has a past and a future. As you rightly said, there is nobody on earth who does not have a past relating something like this. It may not be in this birth, but in earlier ones. So, at least for, for example, I am not elevated, but if I see somebody doing something like that, it may be okay to mention, testing the ground, that because if that person starts blasphemy and all, then it becomes very dangerous and we cannot tolerate also. So there will be a problem. So one should not stop them what they are doing, but one can give them suggestion. It may not be directly devotional service because different people are at different stages, but everybody knows birth, old age, disease and death. Even a materialistic person knows this. So these facts can be highlighted, and somehow or the other, when they will get some senior devotees get in touch, they start changing. But given the environment, if it is practical to mention something useful, no harm in doing. But if we find in a environment where we know that somebody is dead against this, and raising this point will only lead to blasphemy of the subject, then fold the hands and then internally we can pray for them that Bhagavan, you are sitting in this person's heart also, but you are playing a different role which is beyond my comprehension, but my dandavats to you, please, whatever good is possible, please do it for him. So internally we can pray. This is how you all can add, correct, but this is how what from acharyas is what I have kind of read. Not my this theory, but this is how it is. Any comments, corrections, suggestions? Most welcome. You all have experience in this regard, so we all are in the same boat. You all can share also. Hare Krishna.
Very well, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, so now these four never surrender. But yeah, if Krishna decides, everybody will surrender. Okay. Kartum akartum anyatha kartum. Sarva samartha Bhagavan. He can do anything. If he decides, he will not do anything. And if he decides, he can do something else also. So he does not have limitation. Actually speaking, he uses, it's a very good point what you raised, Kamal Prabhu, because actually speaking, he uses such people to transform for our benefit. For example, if you take Ajamil case, in the beginning he was a pious Brahmin, then he sees this prostitute. Actually, I heard from one of the saints, Vaishnavas, that once some devotees, elevated devotees, came to the place where Ajamil was staying, and to pull a fast one, when they inquired who is a pious person here, where can we have shelter and prasad, the villagers gave the address of Ajamil. And when they reached Ajamil, what they saw, they were aghast. But Ajamil said, "You have come here." They said, "Now we cannot take water prasad from you." He said, "Look, I am very fallen. Can you do something for me?" He said, "Okay, we cannot wait here. But one thing we will tell you, if you want your deliverance, you name your," and they could see that his wife, rather that prostitute, was pregnant. They said, "You keep the last child name as Narayan." So somewhere if Krishna decides, and he had done some pious activities in the past, he was, before falling for the prostitute, he was actually doing a lot of service. So that helped him also. But Krishna decided, and now it is people keep name after him, right? We can see in ISKCON also Ajamil Das. Because once Krishna gives mercy, then all the past is finished. Okay. This is to give us hope, basically.
Another thing, Prabhu, it is not like, us and them, at least I can talk about me, ki, agar surrender pure hota, so anyways we wouldn't have been here. Huh?
Correct, 100%. All of us are coming from here only. To accept it bluntly, that is a fact, actually speaking. There's no doubt about that. And somebody has done mercy, Krishna has given mercy, so that at least we are able to say this. In the Buddha state, one person cannot say this. At least that much Krishna mercy has already come to read this, for which we have to be very grateful to him. Because on our own we are nothing. It is all coming from Krishna and his divine gurus which he sends. Okay, now 4 people, those who are very pious and those who surrender to him. Yes, please.
Moshe Prabhu, can you please read?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Bhagavad Gita 7.16 Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna artho jijnasur artharthi jnani cha bharatar sabha.
Rivol, yes.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ji. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render a devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute.
These 4 surrender to Krishna because they want something. Prabhupada later on explains this is still not pure devotional service. So, other than the transcendentalist, everybody falls in this only. Artha, meaning I have a problem, Krishna help me. Second, Jigyasu, I am inquisitive to find about who is God, who is Krishna. Arthi, I want arth, I want money, and I am very poor. Or whether if I have wealth also, I want more. And Jnani, the one who is still searching for the knowledge of Absolute. So they all want something. Artha wants cure from distress. Jigyasu wants information. Artharthi wants a material gain. Jnani wants to know the absolute knowledge. These 4 are actually, Krishna says, are pious people. Because they surrender, at least they are connecting. Okay. Yes, please.
Pramod Prabhu, this is your turn.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Prabhupada. Should I read Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. These persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. These are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange of devotional service. Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire for material profit. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11 defines pure devotion thus: Ananya Vilasita Sunyam Janana Karmade Anavratam Anukulena Krishnasu Silanam Silanam
Bhaktiruttama.
In relation to Krishna Bhaktiruttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire of material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculations. That is called pure devotional service. When these four kind of persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of pure devotee, they also become pure devotees.
So, when does not have material desire and has desire to serve Krishna, then only it is unconditional pure devotional service. So it's a very high state. I can only say by mouth, but I know either I am arth, or I am inquisitive, or I want some material gain, or I am looking for knowledge. But so the second one, the epitome is the gopis, as the acharyas tell us. Yes, please.
Prabhu, I have one question, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, this sloka that mentioned desire of the wealth. The wealth also material attachment, Prabhu.
Where?
Before translation, that 7 point, this sloka, Prabhu, they mentioned desire of the wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth also the material attachment, right?
Yeah, Mataji, actually all these four... Sorry, go on, sorry. Yes.
I am questioning this. This wealth also is material attachment. Correct? Is how we say Krishna? This is a four kind of the men only we are and service, devotion, service, and correction.
Very nice question. He says these are all sukritana, meaning they are very pious. So Krishna is giving a big discount. He is saying, I will consider you as pious if you call me for your distress, no problem. If you are inquisitive but you are connecting with me to find knowledge, you are jigyasu, okay, you are also pious. You want wealth, you are asking me, that also you are very pious. And if you want to know the knowledge of absolute, you are searching for knowledge and you are connecting with me, then also these four categories surrender. So he still considers even the artharthi, the one who is desiring material wealth, he's saying if they come to me, they are still pious and they can surrender, no problem. But if I am in a mudha state, I have not got any shelter from any devotee or anybody has given me any connected way with Krishna, it's very difficult to surrender. But he says that these four are four kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. So if these four surrender, these four connect with me and do me some devotional service, even though it is for something in return, you are pious. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, I understand.
Whereas the pure devotional service, a devotee who is doing pure devotional service, they are not asking when they are in distress. They have understood Krishna who is, so they are not inquisitive to that. They are not wanting material gain. If Krishna gives, okay, don't give, okay. and they are not searching for knowledge. Their job is only to please Krishna in a favorable format. That is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. Anya means other, Abhilasha means desire. Any other desire is Shunyam, is zero. There is no other desire of any material thing. Only desire is to serve him. Gyan Karmadi Anavratam. With Gyan, they are not interested. Gyan also they consider as material. Sansarik karma also is material. They don't want anavratam. They don't want that. What they want is anya abhilashita shunyam. No other material desire. What they want is anukulyana krishnanushilanam. Anukul means favorable. Krishnanushilanam means in relation to Krishna. The devotee who is only interested in doing favorable service to Krishna, in relation to Krishna, and not wanting anything material, is Bhaktir Uttama, is the topmost devotee. So we need Krishna's mercy to reach here, because millions of desires are running in my mind. So he is saying, okay, fine, if you have come to me and million desires are there, you are pious and you start your devotional service. Slowly, by doing devotional service itself, Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy, slowly Anya Abhilashita Shunyam will come, because when the heart I will give to these million desires, they are all going to die. And in the previous chapter we read Krishna telling that if you give your heart to something dying, you will be miserable. So I will get million times miserable because I have million material desires. Then I will say, Krishna, don't give me, because that is giving me misery. Just give me your service, because that doesn't give me misery. Then Bhakti Uttama somebody will reach. So I am not at this stage, but that's what this shloka says. Okay, Mataji, is it okay?
Okay, Prabhu, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. I think, I don't know how much is remaining. Okay, let's quickly do. Okay.
Sailaja Mataji, can you please read?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation Bhagavad Gita 7.17. Of these, the one who is the full knowledge, who is in full knowledge, and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best, for I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. Next, all four can become pure devotee. Devotee who is in full knowledge and is at the same thing engaged in the devotional service is, the Lord says, is best.
So Krishna tells who are dear to me. One who knows in full knowledge, they know who is Krishna. They have accepted it, if not known also. And they are always engaged in pure devotional service. Nothing required for them. They are the topmost. Okay. Okay, next one please. Superb. 7.19.
Okay. Kamal Prabhu, it is your turn.
Yeah, Bhagavad 7.19. Paunam Janmanante Gyanvan Mam Prapadyate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Sarmahatma Sudurlabh. Translation. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare.
So after many births, one gets this gyan, that everything is made from Krishna and his energies. There is nothing else. That is the vision, is the true vision. Because when they will see matter, they will say Krishna's energy, which is not separate from him. When they will see the soul, they'll say Mame Anshu. And when they'll see Krishna, Krishna, and everything emanates from him. Truly seeing this, that vision, if one has, that person is very rare. Okay. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation Bhagavad Gita 7.21. I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. Translation 7.22. Though with such a faith he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires. But in actually, these benefits are bestowed by me alone.
So he's telling if you pray to any devata, then actually the desire is fulfilled by me only, which is rooted through the devata. And he is telling that if somebody worships a devata, I steady their faith. So that because everybody's taste is different, not everybody can directly approach, as because they don't have the taste. They have different tastes. So then Krishna has arranged other arrangements. Okay, you come via the devatas, no problem. But it's all coming from me. Yes, please.
Pramod Prabhu, this is your turn, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada 7.23. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods. But my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet.
So why Krishna is telling them men of small intelligence? He is telling because devatas give the material benefit quickly. So if one is asking devatas of material benefits, the person is of very small intelligence. But intelligent devotees utilize the devatas in asking for Krishna bhakti, so that because they are also administrators appointed by Krishna. So one, if I go and meet Sheikh Muhammad, one is I can say I don't like to talk to his security guard and I try to walk in. Other, I can request him, my dear, why don't you be favorable to me and I help arrange. That's what the gopis used to do. That is the intelligence, that is the way one should take the devata worship. That we can ask devatas for Krishna bhakti, and that is a good thing to do. But if I am asking material things, I am of very small intelligence. That's what Krishna is telling. Okay, I think we have reached almost there.
Shailaja Mataji.
Matai, thoda jaldi padiyega because I think time must be running out. Then quickly we will do the summary.
Yes, Mata. Yes, ma'am. A devotee as eternal servitor of Krishna take pleasure in hearing and glorifying the Supreme Lord in pure devotional service. He is convinced that by his doing so, all his objective will be fulfilled. This 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is substance of that conviction.
Haribol. What a wonderful statement Prabhupada writes. All the objectives of human beings are fulfilled. Just simply taking pleasure in hearing and glorifying Lord Krishna. All objectives will be fulfilled. Nothing will be left. Okay, very quickly we'll summarize chapter 7. Maybe 1-2 more minutes are there. I'll go a little fast and then we can discuss time permitting. Otherwise in the next one. So knowledge of the absolute summary. First, one who takes ashraya of Krishna and is attached to Krishna, that person can know Krishna in full. Krishna's opulence, earth, water, fire, 8 type of energies are his. The superior energy living entity is also his energy. He is the origin of both. There is nothing superior. Matta parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. Nothing is more superior to me. Everything rests on him. And then he said, I am taste of water, I am sunlight, I am moonlight, I am Om, I am sound, I am fragrance of earth, I am heat and fire, I am the life of all, I am the penance, I am original seed of existence, I am intelligence, I am the teja, the prowess, I am the strength, I am the sex as per religious principles. He is everything, or his energies are made everything, but at least he counted how many? 14 he counted. And I am everything, he said, but I am independent. Don't think that I am just in everything and you say that the person is gone. No, first I am the person, then everything is made from me. And divine energy is very difficult to overcome. But those who surrender, they can overcome easily. 4 people don't surrender, 4 people surrender. We saw that pure devotional service is without aspiration. One who is dear to Krishna, one who has full knowledge, plus pure devotional service that person is doing. One who knows that Vasudevam Sarvamiti is very rare. Any gift coming from devatas actually comes from Krishna. Less intelligent people worship devatas for material things. If we ask Krishna from devatas, like Sita Maiya worshipped Durga Mata and for Lord Ram, or the gopis went to Katyayani Maiya for asking Krishna as husband. That's excellent. then the Devatas also are happy. Worship Devatas, go to their planet. Worshipping me, come to my abode. By doing devotional service, once all objectives are fulfilled, because Krishna is satisfied and hence the devotee is naturally satisfied. We remember Durvasa Rishi when he went and he asked for, I want to eat something, and Draupadi had already eaten. Once he took one grain, the entire world was satisfied. What to speak of our objective? Grantra Shiva Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Okay, whatever time is remaining, if we want to discuss something, we can. I don't know if the time is still there. Hare Krishna.
Time is there, Prabhu.
Oh, Haribol. Okay. So I just ran through it fast. Please pardon me for this. Please forgive me. Anything which we want to touch upon, your comments, corrections, most welcome. I'm doing this for my own refreshing, because a long time I didn't go through. So I thought, let me do this. And most of the devotees also traveling, so we did online. Yes, any comments, correction, any realizations or anything which you want to share, most welcome.
Prabhu, looks like at least we are in Arthi category. Because at least like occasionally, at least we remember Lord.
Yes.
So we are in that out of 4 also in first or second, we can say that. Like matlabi category.
But you know, Krishna is still very merciful. He says, "Take no problem." But at least you are pious if you are doing this. So he is still appreciative of the fact. So okay, one day slowly by Krishna's mercy we will reach where we should. But yes, true. Shankar Prabhu, anything? Mausam Prabhu, Shailja Mataji? I think Kamal Prabhu dropped.
Prabhu, same thing I was asking, like if you have material desire also, then we should go for material desire fulfillment to Krishna only, so that maybe slowly and steady we'll get pious and we'll go to devotional service.
Yes, Param Drishtva Nivartate.
But if we go to demigod, they will satisfy our material desire, but maybe they will not guide us.
And the root of the desire will not be gone. So Krishna will give us the higher taste, so automatically the material taste will drop off. For example, if I have nice kheer, then some bland dish I will automatically leave. But until I taste the kheer, I will not leave. I think that only is very good. That is the problem.
So Prabhu, and we are bound to be worshipping other demigods and even lot of Gram Devatas and all.
No problem. So, you can worship all the 33 crore Devatas. Only condition is, at least by mouth we should say and mind that give me Krishna Bhakti and not material thing. That is the only thing. It is wrong to say that don't. This is a very big chapter actually in this, but the summary is Devatas are appointed by him. They are higher than us. They have to be respected. We can ask them for Krishna Bhakti. If we ask for material things, they will give material things, but the desire will not be uprooted. And we will not go further for our ultimate goal. So knowing this, that they are also part and parcel of Krishna. But if we ask them Krishna Bhakti, then they are actually more happy. So we can worship anybody in India. If you see, even a stone can be worshipped. You have seen. And the purpose is this only because Vasudevam Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. He is there in the stone also. So it's fine. You can do Gram Devta, it's fine. But only thing is, we have to be careful. If we ask for something material, then it comes quickly. And that is also coming from Krishna, but it comes quickly. And then further progress, we may get trapped in only the material thing. If you ask Krishna, he will make sure that if you get it, or he will take it away to make sure that you're on the right path. Because ultimate goal is deciding what we want. So that is how it is. So the gopis used to go to Katyayani Ma and pray. And Sita Maiya used to go to also to the Devi, to Parvati Mata, and she asked for the boon that Lord Ram, and they were so pleased. Somebody can say they are Devtas, why they are going? They are superior to me, they have more power than me, and they can give me quickly Krishna Bhakti. Okay, I will ask. No problem.
Yeah.
That is the... So therefore there is no contradiction. If we make out contradiction, then our head will get messed up. There is no contradiction. Only thing is, I have not understood, so I may think there is. The beauty of the spiritual realm is that it has contradictions, but they are fully reconciled. Only thing is, it should be taken in total context and not out of context. That is a very important thing. I have heard from Acharyas. Prabhupada commentary should not be taken out of context. If he is saying something at one place, maybe he has said something at second place, and both should be taken together. Otherwise, while Prabhupada, of course, he converts everything into devotional service. That is his speciality, because this is the age for that. So credit to him, because he must be thinking, if somebody reads only 2 Bhagavad Gita chapters and passes away, that person may not reach the final topmost ladder. So give him second chapter itself. Even if it is Gyan Yoga, he will tell about Bhakti Yoga. So he knows that it is Gyan Yoga. How can we do? I am saying I am not the body. Then when my hand is paining, I keep running to the doctor. When I feel hungry, I am saying I am not the body, but I feel hungry. I said, give me food. अरे ज्ञानी है तो भूख क्यों लग रही है? दर्द क्यों हो रहा है? So all those methods are very difficult. So best is बाबा माँ में प्रपद्यन्ते माया में ताम तरंती थे. आप संभालो आपकी माया, अपने बस का नहीं है. Okay, I think it is time now. If everybody is okay,